Hello, everybody. Hey, it's Ken Faulkner. I got some knives. I got a phone with the camera on it. So why not? Let's make a video. Uh, I've been talking about a little bit about how I want to try out some companies that I don't own knives from yet. And I do have some on order. I mentioned, the deliveries long, watching the track, and then it's just not going anywhere. So I got some stuff coming in. But in the meantime, I kind of thought about some other knives that I have that I've already purchased. I've already shown on the channel, but they're ones that I only have one from that company. Now, this particular set of knives are a little more high end, so part of the reason why I only have one from these companies it would be because they're pretty expensive. So if I had like more than one, that's a good chunk of money. Right here on the table, there's a decent amount of money. We're talking well over, I don't know. Let's see what it says. Yeah, like a couple grand worth of knives here. So that kind of gives you an idea of my level of addiction. Anyhow, I may not have paid that much because I got some good deals on them. Some of them were gifts, but yeah, it's this pretty high end knives for me. So the first one here in the list is the Custom Knife Factory, the Evo 3.0. I don't know if you've been around knife YouTube for a while. You've probably seen this around. It's one of those knives, kind of like the Arius is another one. I don't have an Arius yet. I do want to get one eventually, and that would be one that I probably would only get one from that company. But anyway, this one is kind of, in my mind, is kind of in that kind of realm. But it is a very nice looking knife. I consider these as functional art because the amount of detail put into these knives, and the reason why they are more expensive is because you're talking about a lot of time and thought and just skill put into making these knives. Just the whole look of the belly, the way the tip comes down with a kind of a curved point, the swedge on top, all the grind lines, the hollow grind on the blade, very beautiful. So this one is M390 steel, and it's titanium handles, and the milling on the titanium is a little different. You've seen a lot of micro milling type that are kind of diagonal lines, but this one's got kind of a bark. It's not really that it looks more natural, like wood, like a wood grain. It's not as uniform all the way across. Even the mark here on here is engraved in there. It's not just etched or anything. It's actually sunk into the titanium. The clip has a, not just you just squared off straight clip. It's got some swoop to it. Very nice design. So yeah, this is just a really great knife. Action function also is very, very good, but it's a beautiful knife. So moving on to the next one is, this one is the Spartan Blades Spartan Hary folder. Maybe a little more common, but one of the things that draws me to this knife, which I'm not usually that much into blingy type stuff, but the etching that they do on this titanium on this one is very, very cool. Very detailed. A lot of art put into this. Obviously, there's a theme of playing cards, and this is, like you can see, it's a royal flush. The ace through the 10 of spades, and it's just very nice. And then all this anodizing with the purple just looks beautiful. Of course, you get that Spartan arrow on there. It's kind of a nice little touch. So they're adding in little aspects to the knife that are brand related. Got some really good jimping. You got the anodized and the purple anodized on the end here. Even the barrel spacers have that brass kind of look to them. So yeah, the jimping, it's aggressive, but it also has an aesthetic to it, where the on the blade it's got the jimping, and then it kind of matches it out here, so you get that whole area of jimping. Spartan Hary folder. This is a design that was done kind of a military tactical sort of knife, but it does have that art side of it with the etching. Nice, and I know they have a really good coating that they use. It's supposed to be like very, very hard to scratch. Like you would be scratching into the steel in order to, if you were ever to scratch this coating off, because it's just that almost adhered to the metal. So there's the Spartan Hary folder, and the only one from Spartan Blades that I own at this time. Now, there's no saying that I won't own some of the other ones. Here's one, Arcane design. I'm intending on buying more of their knives. Israel is the owner, and he is quite an artist. I mean, everything that they do, really everything from this company, is done in an artistic manner. Certainly the way the handles are done, the way they have inlays, and you can most of the knives you can buy different pieces for it and swap out the different types of anodize or colors or whatever. You can get a lot of the Damascus and different types of materials. So it's meant to be a piece of art for sure. But the grinding, again, we got the grind lines here. We got the hollow blade. They got the compound grind. Even the swedge on top is just so well done. This one is the Plexus, and it was the one that, speaking of an artist, as far as functional art with knives, also Elijah Isham, before he passed, he did collaborate on this particular knife. And you can see the way the grinds are horizontal and vertical. The pivot is done in such a way that it all works in with the design of the handle. Again, we're talking about a clip that is not just done for function, but also to flow with the lines of the handle and of the knife. And so it is just a beautiful piece. And the last one, and this is like one of the prides of my collection. It was a gift from my girlfriend for my big 60th birthday, but I always got to wipe it off. This is the knife that I have to wipe off the most, because it is a fingerprint magnet, but it is just amazing. Rockstead. This one is the Higo II from Rockstead, and it is just beautiful. Japanese made knife. Japan, they're known for their appreciation for art, and this one definitely is an example of that. And just the way it catches the light is just truly amazing. And I've been kind of hesitant almost to use it on a regular basis, but I'm going to try to force myself to put it in the pocket more often. It is really a nice functional piece. Here's the blade. It's kind of like a Chris Reeves in that it's a very smooth action, but it's not really a flicking type of action. But yeah, it's beautiful mirror on the blade, and it's got a convex edge. So instead of a hollow grind, it's really actually the opposite. It's convex in the shape of the blade, so it gives it a very stout edge. And it has that mirror, and then it also has like a finish on this upper portion. You can see the Rockstead symbol there, and it is super, super, super nice. Cuts extremely well, very, very smooth. It also has a front flipper. It's kind of, it does, like I say, it's not like a fidget monster, but it is extremely smooth, extremely precision, extremely well made. And I will probably never get another Rockstead in my collection. Never say never, I suppose, but I mean, for the amount of money that this thing cost, it's probably going to be by itself as far as Rocksteads in my collection. So anyway, guys, I don't know. I guess it's a little flexing, but these are knives that I really enjoy. I like the artistic side. You know, I really like to buy. Speaking of expensive, the whole art knife concept. There's knives out there with Damascus blades, of patterns of like feather pattern Damascus or other amazing things. You go to Blade Show, you'll see this kind of stuff, and now those dwarf any of these knives as far as cost. I mean, we're talking thousands, multiple thousands of dollars, but they're so beautiful. And those are ones that you're probably never going to go out and do much with it functionally. You're just going to put that on the wall. Someday maybe I might find something and really splurge, because I just love them. I think just the amount of work that they put into the design, the execution, the fabrication, is just, I appreciate it so much. And so anyway, these are, you know, when you collect, this is the kind of stuff that you kind of go for. You have different things that you're looking for as far as a knife's concerned. And I really love these knives, and I thought I'd share them. These are one from each of these companies that I own. And moving forward, I'm going to be doing some more of that as theme. Not always all the time, but there's going to be, and some of times they're going to be budget knives, budget brands. Other times they're just going to be something a little more unusual, maybe, or maybe just something that is commonplace, but I just I haven't bought one from that company yet. And so moving forward, it's going to be that kind of thing. But I figured this would be a cool little video showing off my art collection here. And I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you on the next one.